You're such an asshole.
Allow me to explain to you a concept that I haven't really wrestled with, but I'm fully aware of, and this, I guess, strikes at the core of asshole consulting, and that is whether or not people follow my advice. I got sick and tired of handing out advice for free. I realized, I guess, was it Freud or Jung, one of those guys who I don't respect anything in the psychology profession, frankly, unless it's neurochemistry or something like Jordan Peterson, where they said you cannot learn unless there is pain. And it is the asshole within me, the true core of asshole consulting, is I don't give a shit, you paid me. You paid me. And I hope that paying me causes enough pain for you to pay attention. Because otherwise, it has been my life experience, I'm sure it has been yours. You watch people just make the same fucking mistakes over and over again, and you try and warn them and tell them because you care about them and you just want to stop them from hurting themselves. They don't listen to you. They don't listen to you. And what I have learned is that it needs to sting. Now, sometimes the sting has to be so horrible and so painful that it snaps them out of it and wakes them the fuck up so that they stop going down a path that is ultimately destructive to themselves. And this is an instance of one such person. And I said basically, look, you're the perfect candidate for the life improvement plan. And if you go to my site, assholeconsulting.com, LIP is one of the tabs, life improvement plan, the acronym. And the concept is very simple. You're betting against yourself. I got sick and tired of ultimate losers and nerds. I mean, genuine losers, complete losers. How do I solve my life? How do I solve my problem? I'm like, all right, you know what? Pay me $10,000. And when you meet these 5 standards, you know, you get a driver's license, you go on a date, you get a job, etc., etc., I will reimburse you half the money you paid me. And the concept is genius. It's efficient. It's $5,000 and you improve 5 things in your life. Or you could do $2,000 per thing, I reimburse you $1,000. So, you know, you think about it, $1,000 to get your driver's license, that's an accomplishment. $1,000 to graduate or get your GED, that's an accomplishment. And what it costs you to go talk to a therapist to masturbate yourself over, you beat around the bush, you never get around to it. Life improvement plan is very efficient. This guy did not opt for the life improvement plan. He paid me just a cash to do a consultation. So I know that he went the easy way out, and he's not going to improve his life. And I hope that stings him more, because the $45 I charge him is not going to be enough for a sting to get this inferior piece of shit off of his ass and improve his life. Right? So I just want to point out, use this as a way to sell the life improvement plan, because I have faith in it. No one's usually, because people are such losers, they don't got $10,000 if they're in that such a desperate situation. But hopefully this sting to my good fellow client, who I actually do care about, hopefully this insulting gets you to get off your fucking ass and actually change it. Because $45 is not enough of a sting, because you've suffered way more than $45 based on this life I'm about to read and you've told me about. There's this stupid nagging part of me that still wants to see progress and success in life. Even if I got my money, if I took my money and got to see progress, it'd feel good. That's why I know it doesn't really affect my life directly, but when I get thank you letters in the email like, oh my God, Captain, blah blah blah, I was going to major in liberal arts, but then now I'm employed with $60,000 a year. I'm like, wow, that actually kind of feels good. Even though I don't have a heart, I just have a pump now. I have a pump. It makes my pump feel kind of like, oh, good, we did something. So it's along those lines where I don't have time to beat around the bush and be touchy-feely about this. But just, yeah. So, hey asshole, I need help with my life. I am stuck. I'm 20 and live at home with both my parents. Haven't had a real job since the summer of 2016, where I worked as an AT&T tech support worker, and I was fired for performance issues. I only worked 3 months. I work at my parents' pizza joint, and my parents pay me. Don't know if this classifies as a real job. All right, we'll stop here. We'll take this one at a time. That classifies as a real job. I mean, unless they're being easy on you. But I assume you must earn your keep somehow. You just can't sit there and pick your nose. So if you're doing dishes, bussing tables, waiter, or whatever, I presume that, yeah, that's a real job. Delivering pizza, it's a real job. That's honest work, so there's nothing wrong there. I wasted 2 years at college not knowing what to do, and only took 1 class per semester, which wasted a lot of time. Okay, I'm going to actually applaud you here. You didn't waste 2 years. You only took 1 class per semester. I don't know if you wasted a lot of time. It was only one class. And that's wise. That's a smart move. That you dropped out of college and you sampled college. So what did you spend? One class per semester, 2 years, that's 4 classes you took? Dude, that's nothing. You don't even have any college debt from that probably. You probably paid for it with cash. So that's good. That's a good thing. You did not waste your time and sign up for $100,000 in debt to major in some worthless degree. You wanted to major in economics. Economics is a worthless degree. You dodged a bullet. You are further ahead. I know I was hard on you beforehand, and I should be. But at 20, you're way better off than these people who are graduating from college in about 2 years with a worthless degree and a ton of debt. This is methodical and wise, you dropping out of college because you don't know what to major in. That's very smart. So you have the potential to go further ahead than your peers in the long run. Wanted to major in economics, but I failed the macroeconomics course when it got too hard, and I failed another lower level English course. I got my IQ tested, and it is 84, which is low, so that explains it. No. And here's why. I call bullshit on your IQ test. 84 is borderline retarded. All right? You're not retarded. The way you wrote this email is way too precise, succinct. And this happens more often than, oh, I got a low IQ. And then you write this very logical, clear, concise, succinct email. This has happened to me more than once. You don't have an IQ of 84. An IQ of 84, that's one full standard deviation below the average, below the mean. You would not be able to write this way. Here's the thing. You're a lazy fuck. That's what it boils down to. You didn't try. I had a student of mine. I used to teach statistics. And this one kid came in. I remember him. And standard, black kid from the ghetto, mouthing off, but smart. Really smart. Because I could spar with him. He was fun to engage with. I really enjoyed. He'd throw it back. He was no dummy. He took the IQ test. We got 79. I looked at him. I can't mention his name. I'm like, you don't have an IQ of 79. You just didn't try. All right? Because I knew him. I kind of know you through your writing. You don't have an IQ of 84. You are at minimum average, at minimum or higher with this writing. You're just a lazy fuck, which is worse. That's worse than being retarded or stupid, being born into it, because they actually have an excuse. The guy with Down syndrome, well, it's not their fault. You're lazy. You chose not to try hard. And as we get further into your email, we're going to see that you choose not to try hard in pretty much all endeavors and efforts in your life. All right? So you don't have an IQ of 84. You got tested at 84 because you didn't try. That's it. And I don't know how you don't pass at macroeconomics or English. I don't know, a lower level English course. You've been born and raised speaking English. Macroeconomics at 101, that's child's play. Anybody can pass that. You chose not to pass it. Right? You chose not to study. Let's be honest. You didn't study jack all fuck, and you only had one class per semester. That was a choice. You chose to have an IQ of 84. What your actual IQ is, I'm going to bet around at least 110, 113, 115 maybe, based on how you write. So, we don't do laziness here. We expunge it. We purge it. So stop blaming your IQ. It's that you're lazy, which is good, because IQ you can't change. Your actual intelligence you can't change. You being a lazy fuck, you can change that. So that means there's hope for you, whether you choose to follow that or not. I haven't done anything productive in my life so far while my peers are doing great things in their lives with jobs and studying good things in college. Are you sure about that? You got 20-year-old peers who have great jobs? I'm wondering about that. And what are they studying in college? Because you thought economics was a good degree. Economics is not a good degree. Only your friends that were studying engineering, STEM, IT, CPA, something that's going to end up with a real job at the end of it, which accounts for less than a third, I'm going to imagine, not to besmirch your friends, I'm just saying statistically, 2/3 of people major in stupid shit. Only a third of the people major in wise shit. So I would not be beating yourself up or comparing yourself to people who are about to graduate with a worthless degree and $150,000 worth of debt. All right? Even you, for once your laziness paid off, you didn't go and sign up for a shit ton of student loans for a worthless fucking degree. That actually has saved you. That has actually saved you. compared to your peers who are about to graduate in 2 years. You're going to feel real bad when you're getting all these invites over into the, graduation parties, and then they won't tell you about like how they leveraged up to shit and they got debt and they got to live at home. So I would not compare yourself to your peers. I failed my road test 3 times because I got anxiety attacks and can't drive anywhere. My parents are like personal chauffeurs for me. All right, no, we don't do anxiety attacks. We just don't do that. We don't do that here. You're a spoiled little pampered cunt. Your parents chauffeur you around. If I was your dad, I'd be beating your fucking ass regularly. We'd be having you do push-ups. You'd be running. Your parents have failed you in this regard. Now, you can keep having them fail you at the age of 20, or you can man the fuck up and actually become an adult and a real man and start saying, yeah, these anxiety attacks are bullshit. You don't have anxiety attacks. You're a coward, a weakling, and a fucking pathetic pussy. Knock it the fuck off. All right? So you go take your driver's test. Oh my God, you might fail. Yep, you might fail. All right, well then you fail. You're going to keep taking it until you get your driver's license. And the only, see, and this is why I don't believe in like I believe there's a genuine, people can actually have Asperger's or what's the real one? Asperger's I don't believe in too much. Autism, like Rain Man, like you're actually autistic. You can't function in society. Now, you millennial pussies have been using that way too much as an excuse to like live at home and be a fucking pussy and not try. Right? It's laziness. You don't have a mental disorder. You don't have social anxiety disorder. You're a lazy fucking cunt. Knock it the fuck off. Right? Go run. Go work out. Build up your testosterone. And then when you go take your test, yeah, you might fail, but guess what? Someday you're going to pass. You keep trying, you're going to pass. Right? And the fact that your parents keep like, oh, whatever, little... I can't imagine your parents. I can't imagine them. They're probably my generation. They're fucking pussies and faggots. And they're chauffeuring you around because they have no self-respect. They didn't want to raise you. That's basically what it boils down to. They didn't want to actually... Your father, I guarantee you, your father is probably some henpecked, spineless, ballless faggot who never disciplined you, never held you to his standards. And you certainly don't have an older brother. That's where I come in. You're paying me to be your older brother right now. Right? And trust you me, if I was your older brother, there would have been beatings along the way so that you would not have had any anxiety. You're like, God damn, my older brother kicked the shit out of me because I didn't throw the ball right. Pass a driver's license thing, no problem. Right? So knock it off. Don't even give me this bullshit you have social anxiety disorder. All right? I don't believe it. I don't. I just don't. And whether you have it actually or not doesn't change your situation. You're going to have to pass that driver's license. So you can either do it worried, or you're like, oh, yeah, you know what, I might get a social anxiety attack and I might fail. The worst thing is I'm going to fail like I did before. You logically think this through. There's no real risk. There's no real threat. I might as well take it again. I'll take it again, but someday I'm going to get it. But it also tells me that you haven't practiced. See, that's the other thing. Like, if you get an 84 on an IQ test, that just means you were pissing on the IQ test. You didn't actually try. Same thing here with your driver's license exam. You didn't practice. You didn't practice parallel parking. You didn't read the book. You didn't study. I'm so sick of you millennials using a disability that doesn't exist as an excuse for your laziness to study and practice and work hard. All right? You're not fooling me. You're not fooling me. And what few remaining men in this country that have a dick and some testosterone left in them, you're not fooling them either. Right? Now, the social workers, they love you because then they get money and government checks. Oh, my God, you got to help. Here's some drugs. But for me and the rest of the men out there, no, you just didn't try. That's it. You didn't try. You didn't study. You didn't work hard. You didn't practice parallel parking, and that's why you failed. Guarantee you, if you practice, you knock it off with it, you'll fucking pass. I ain't good physically. I was 185 pounds and dropped to 170. And I'm 5'7", which makes me slightly overweight. Yeah, you're pudgy. You're pudgy. My max bench is 25 pounds on each side, which makes me feel weak. All right, so 50 plus, what's the bar? 35? 85 pounds, that's sad. That's really sad and pathetic. 85 pounds? Come on. What's good is you lost 15 pounds. Now, there's proof that you can do it. Don't tell me you can't. You lost 15 pounds, that's great. And on a frame like yours, you're only 5'7", that's significant. You lose another 15 pounds, what would you be, 155? You'd still be on the slight side of overweight, because I'm not that much taller than you. I'm 5'9", I'm a $145. And I'm now I have a very small frame, though, too. Normal guys my size would probably have about $1.60. Yeah, I mean, assuming you don't have a small frame like me, you lose another 15 pounds, you're in perfect weight. You're in the ideal weight. So you drop down to 155 and you're in the ideal weight. That's great. So why you obviously see this is a thing. Don't tell me you can't do it. You just did it. You just lost 15 pounds. So don't tell me you can't like pass a macroeconomics course and you can't get your fucking driver's license. My max bench is 25 pounds on each side, which makes me feel weak. Yeah, well, you are weak. It doesn't make you feel weak. You are weak. Well, what do you think the solution is? Sit there and bitch and whine about it and look at the fucking lint growing in your navel? Or do you actually go to the bench press and you practice and work out? Look, I don't know how you lost the 15 pounds. Running, cardio, whatever. Keep that shit up. But then go to the gym. That's your part-time job. You got to go to the gym. Every guy's got to go to the gym. You got to lift the weights. When I was your age too, everyone, well, okay, when I was your age, I wasn't living at home like a fucking faggot like you are. I was supporting myself and paying for full-time school and full-time work. I didn't have time to go to the gym. But as I got older, I realized the gym is necessary. It's not an option. You need to go. You need to be in shape. You know, I mean, I'm no ripped guy myself, but I'm kind of like okay in shape. I'm not obese and I'm somewhat toned. And that's minimum. That's minimum. I do the bare minimum. I'm a virgin and does not feel like I will lose it anytime soon or get a girlfriend. No, you won't. That's true. Also, never had a girlfriend. I met girls, but they always flake out of it. Yeah, because you're fat and you're sad. Well, here's another thing. You're short, too. That's a huge disadvantage. So let's talk about things you do and do not control. You don't control your height. That's a huge disadvantage. And at being 5'7", that's such a bad disadvantage. I would almost say, well, in general, I say don't pursue women. Pursue excellence unto yourself. Improve yourself and women will come along the way. But at your height, and given how women in the United States and West have been in general indoctrinated to think that they're entitled to the magic six, was it 6 figures, 6 feet tall, 6-inch dick, 6 something. There's 6 sixes, and you're just not there. Now, being a relatively short and petite guy myself, I had to really work hard to punch above my weight. I had to learn how to do ballroom dancing. I didn't really have a lot of trouble dating girls that were taller than me, but girls would never stick around. And inevitably what I kind of look back at is like, yeah, I was fun for a fling, or that I was fun to date, but they want a guy that's taller than them. That's just how simple it is. That's how women, you know, men don't like fat chicks, women don't like short guys. That's how it is. And you can fight it. I mean, go online and look at all these short guys discussion boards and forums. There's no reason to waste your energy or time. So what you got to do is improve yourself for the sake of you. You should be in physical shape because it's healthy for you, it's good for you, and it'll impress girls who are 5'0" or 4'11". You're gonna have to be dating really short girls. But right now, it is not your physique; it's your attitude. Or your physique also doesn't help either. But you're not gonna. Girls are the last thing on your mind. You live at home and work at your parents' place at a pizza shop. You don't have a car. You don't have a driver's license. You can't even serve you, let alone make a girl happy. Right? No one is going to date you until you work on yourself and get your fucking shit together. So don't even bother. We're not even going to talk about girls right now because you're unsellable. It's like, hey, would you like a steaming pile of shit? That's what you are. You're a steaming pile of shit to women. You can't sell women a steaming pile of shit, no matter how drunk they are, right? So you need to turn yourself into a bar of platinum. Or to continue on with the food analogy, you need to serve yourself at least as a hot dog, something that's edible. And right now you're not edible. You're puke-inducing, and that's what you are. So I wouldn't even worry about, you got more important shit to worry about, like getting a driver's license, getting a career, figuring out where you are. And I know I'm being hard at you, but most guys who are 20 are steaming piles of shit. No girl wants to have anything to do with you, even if you were going to college, because you don't have no money, you got no experience or charisma or anything like that. So don't take it too personally. But you are a soupy steaming pile of shit compared to the regular solid turds pile of shit that the average 20-year-old is to most girls today. So you got a lot of work to do. But I would not be making these changes and efforts in life towards getting a girl. I'd be doing it for your own sake. So you have a job, you have a career, you look good, you have pride, and what was it? There's a it's a fashion site for short men. My buddy Marcus Brown is on because he's shorter than me even, and that wouldn't be the worst thing for you to go and emulate and learn how to take a little bit of pride in your presentation and style. But don't rely on fashion to make up for the fact that, you know, you're fat and you have nothing going on. How can I improve my life? I have future plans, which I plan to pursue, and hopefully I don't mess it up. All right, well, basically, look, it's not that bad. It's pretty bad, okay, but it's not that bad. And the reason it's not that bad is because you were honest with yourself up front and you got out of college because you didn't know what to do. I think for you, perfectly, what would be a great thing for you is to join the military and have the drill instructor kick your fucking ass into shape. I think the military would be an outstanding. It would solve all these problems. It would give you confidence. It would get your ass into shape. They're not going to tolerate you're lazy. I mean, now, you may not even get in because you're so out of shape. But I would be looking at the military. Also, to help you out, you know, how do you got to knock it off with this, like, oh, I got an IQ of 84. No, stop being lazy. That's why I have the life improvement plan, is because you have to pay for being lazy. Because if you don't lose that weight or you don't get your driver's license, I keep all the money. All right? It's to punish laziness. And you're just a lazy fuck, so knock it off. And you're also not going to blame it on social anxiety disorder, ADHD, DHD, or the Asperger's, the autism, the its, or the odds. Knock that fucking shit off. Be a man. I hate to say this because they weren't really that manly, but more manly. Become a fucking Gen X man. You don't have mental disorder. We don't do that. All right? You're going to work out regularly. Continue losing the weight like you did before. That's an outstanding accomplishment. Keep working for your folks. Nothing wrong with that. Spend some time at night figuring out what you like to do educational and career-wise. You got to evaluate that. And then take 3 months, if you have to put together a plan of what you'd like to do. Take inventory of who you are, what you'd like to accomplish in life, and what you're going to need in terms of education and career and money to achieve those things. And then you execute on that plan. That's it. That's all it is. But your biggest hurdle is you're a lazy fuck. And you're not going to spend the time putting together a plan. You're not going to... I can't say that, though, because you did lose the 15 pounds. So whatever spirit or demon is within you there, please pursue that a little bit more. But that's what you got to do. And you know it. You know it. That's why I like to charge people so much money. Because you guys know it. You just are lazy and you keep looking for excuses as to think there's some easy way out. And there's not. There just isn't. So I got my $45. You got my wisdom and my guidance and my leadership. You literally in 2 years you can be turned around and be this like really totally ripped dude, and you're totally happy, and you got girls sucking your dick left and right. But you're not. You're not, because I've seen it before. You're just not. It's not. And if you do happen to change your life around, and awesome, please contact me and let me know. I'd love to hear success stories. But you know, we'll see you in another 3 to 4 months. You'll have another question. I'll charge you the same money. We'll just go through it. And then, unfortunately, I actually am like a therapist where I never solve anybody's problems, but I make a lot of money. I don't know how those therapists live with themselves. Well, what do you feel like? Oh, my God. Okay, according to Freud and Young. All right. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.